Hi, it's me, Melby, and right now my face is naked, but not for long because today I'm going to show you transformation into a mythical being called Metro Girl. This is a wig I made for a character who has a dress made entirely of Metro cards, New York City subway cards that you swipe. The orange, yellow, blue ones. So you can see, I just took a subway map and glued it, hodgepodged it onto this already formed wig that I bought. So I'll put this on at the end, and you can see the whole character come to life. But I'm just going to start off with doing her makeup. Okay, so first we just want to get a nice matte foundation. So I'm going to be using L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. For my research, I found that this brand specifically is really not too bad at all in terms of toxicity. So for what you can get at a drugstore, reasonably priced, I recommend this. It's a very nice finish and you don't really have to use too much. So let's just get the base. Let's just go for that much, why not? And so I'll just have this mirror down under the camera that I'm just going to be working with. Man, I'm just looking like a ghost. But let's just blend. I think it's because I got so tan this summer. Summer life, beach life, man. Hey, Hang 10 serves up far out. Okay, I'll just go blend it into my hair. And so now that we have this base, I want to go ahead and put on top this shimmer. It's MAC as well. And I think I'm just going to use maybe this brush with it. I would just dip my fingers in, but I feel like they're already getting a lot of layers already, and I'm going to keep using them for more layers. So we'll go with the brush. And I'm just going to dab that on. Just dab. So it really seeps into the cream base that I've put on. Why not even underneath, because really this character, as I said, is a mythical being. So she can be luminescent. Okay, so a little more information about Metro Girl. She wears a dress entirely of Metro cards, as I said, and I got this idea because, well, I don't really know where it came from, but where does inspiration always come from? Don't always know. I'm going to use blue eyeliner to match the colors of the gold and orange and blue of the cards. So I actually, in New York City, collected, it took me a year and a half to collect enough Metro cards to make subway, you can see on the machine, the card reader machine that tells you how much money is still on your card. And people will leave piles of cards there, I guess because, well, yeah, my guess is that when people find them and they want to see if there's money left on them, they swipe them at the card machine, and you can actually transfer all the money onto one other card. So after they consolidate, they just leave all the empty cards there, and when I would see them, it would be cha-ching, cha-ching, because of this project I was working on. So I want this to be pretty blue and dramatic. I think I'm gonna go in with some blue, very sharp blue eyeshadow now to go over this line. So from the same collection, this matte, it's like electric blue. And dab, 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 dab. I'm gonna go in and go over that line and kind of blend it into the creases, because I want this to be very bright and dramatic and stand out in a crowd. Okay, so once I had found that I had collected enough cards, and of course given them a bath, you never know what's on these cards, these things you'll find in the subway. Pizza Rat, am I right? Okay, so, well, that's looking like something pretty, I think. So I made a big hoop skirt with ribbons and hula hoops, and I hand sewed all of my fingers are blue. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I have these wipes. I hand sewed all of the cards onto this hoop skirt. Because, well, the cards all have a tiny little hole in them, and I don't really know why, but it worked out perfectly because I could just loop through the hole of the cards. And so that was how I attached them to the skirt and the top. I had just bought like a bustier type thing, and I'll see if I can link a photo somewhere. So now let's see what I want to add. I probably should get well, I'm on these eyes. I think I want to add this sort of clown technique that's used under the eyes. It's just like a V might look like. Actually, I think I'm gonna just go for it and really add more of a line. Gosh, this is like a theatrical character. Okay, so I learned this originally from my clown friend Maya, who is Swiss, but we met in London at a physical theater school, just clowning around. But she would wear every day, regardless of if she was performing or not, these dots under her do makeup like a clown. Actually, I would say maybe it's more like a mime. But you get my drift. So, I don't really have the guts to personally wear these kind of dots in my everyday makeup. I think when it's time for the stage, then it's time to be seen. And other times, I just get quiet as a mouse and kind of just turn invisible almost. So, that I think gives you the idea. This idea of you can just make if like you're street performing, you can really just make it pop. I'm wondering if I should maybe add this on the top to give a little more drama definition. Why not? It's so the palette of a painter, right? And again, one more side that we will add the eyelashes. This would definitely look good with some false eyelashes. But I'm not in that position. So oh man, this will get me a nice dramatic oomph without the false eyelashes. And we're going natural today. I mean, it's not really natural, obviously, but I mean without the false eyelashes. And let's see here. But I do think sometime I will use them. Once I had false eyelashes that were big blue feathers when I had played a bird in a cage as a street character, like street performing character up in Winnipeg on the Canadian Fringe circuit. So of course that bird had to have feathered eyelashes. So I'm just going to start with this first layer and then build up because that's how you really bring the drama. Seems to me that's my word of the moment. Drama. The dramatic. Well, let's just go there, folks. Why not? I mean, it is my first love. Okay, well, there. If I remember, I'll go in for a second layer. And now let's see how about we add the blush. So I have this really pretty pink, bubblegum pink, because I wanted her to look, like sort of like a little dolly. Okay, so I want to tell you, basically Metro Girl's special powers. So she can tell you exactly which car of the subway you need to enter into in order to make the perfect transfer. For example, if you wanted to go from Williamsburg to Times Square, or let's say you're going up to Times Square. I was thinking Union Square, but that's where you transfer. So you're going to Times Square from Williamsburg. So Metro Girl would have the answer of, well, what you need to do is And then when the Manhattan bound train arrives, get in the car that's past the window of the conductor and go to the other side, not the side you came in, but hug the door of the other side, because then you'll be right in position when it gets to Union Square to hop right out, and it will have dropped you right at the stairs to go to the upbound NQR train. Once you get up to, let's say you want to go to 47th and Broadway, and this is where the statue is. I don't remember what he stands for, but he stands for Broadway. You would need to go all the way to the north end of the train so that you could then exit and be ready to go right up the stairs. So really, she can save you a lot of trouble. But now I have this gold. Back to the makeup. And this I want to just add some shimmer down the nose. And how about we even do the eyebrows? That looks actually pretty amazing. So if Metro Girl were out on the streets, you could say, this is what I always say, hey Metro Girl, and you need help, and if you do, she's there to tell you how to go, where to go. Why don't we even add a little, that's strange, tongue in cheek, but strange is good, strange is okay in my book. We could just like fan it out to be a general highlight. Okay, I think we're definitely looking like something here. But I do have the kind of desire to have Metro Girl be a spokesperson at the, how do you call it? The Transit Museum, the MTA Museum in this Grand Central Station. Sometimes words just fly out of my grasp. Okay, so I'm going to get started on the lips, but before I do, I want to, since I told myself not to forget this second layer of eyelashes for the oomph, for the drama, right? Okay, so I don't know if you've ever been to that museum, but it's so sweet. It's really like it's kind of going to Macy's Santa Land. It's magical, and it has all the toy trains and memorabilia of the MTA. So I thought, well, Metro Girl could just stand outside there and welcome people in and be a sort of ambassador. Okay, so now we come in for the dolly lips. They're not a full lip. They're just get a little honey and then try to match the line. That actually worked really well. So I think I'm just going to probably color it in a little, though I'm going to add some lipstick. So I wanted to tell you, Metro Girl first made her premiere performance at a Halloween party that Master Puppeteer Basil Twist threw for the cast of Sisters Follies, performed at Abrams Art Center down on the Lower East Side. And we were doing a run of the show the Halloween party, and that's where Metro Girl came out with her grand premiere. Okay, this probably looks a little dark. But really I just need some goo, because the point is I'm gonna try to put some glitter on it. And that really brings the magic. I don't think my cheeks are quite dramatic enough. I want them to look just like almost exact circles. So I guess I could go in with a like lip pencil, but this is all we got today, folks. So Metro Girl was also played at other places. She did a little stand up actually. I don't want this to bleed, so I'm just gonna put on a little. Can you hear those motorcycles? Man, people are joyriding. Okay, you could just add a little. There, because then your line of your lip will just disappear. And actually, I want to go in and add a little darkening to this beauty mark of mine. So I think if you have a beauty mark, then really enhance it. Okay, now for the fun part. The red glitter. Okay, so I just want to dip my pinky in there. And so where I added that lipstick, it's all in gooey. So it will take this. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. It is totally a ruby red, like Dorothy's slippers. Where am I gonna go after this in this makeup? Maybe I have to parade around as Metro Girl. That'll be that would be really quite the vision. Okay, so now well, I think it's looking like it might be done. Metro Girl. So now I'm going to add the headpiece to give you the final look of Metro Girl. But I'm going to just take these off. I'm just going to take those off because this is sort of a process to get on. Also, the positive thing is if you're lost, you can just look at Metro Girl's head. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at it. What is that? You need to know which line to